guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to The Bookworms Buddy. Today I have a book haul. This is a really large book haul. I've been collecting these books for a couple months and I just never did a book haul because then I was waiting for books to come, review books to show up, and this and that. So I'm just now getting to it. So first of all, I've got this stack right here. My neighbor 2 doors down was moving and these books were headed for the junkyard. So I decided that I would save them. They're children's books, and if anything I can read them to my grandson so we can get back into that habit of, you know, reading to him and whatever, because he's 5 years old. He will be going to kindergarten. He's been in preschool. He's been showing a little more interest in books. So anyway, let's get started. First here, one of my favorite books as a child, The Pied Piper. It wasn't even actually a book, it was just more story. This is it's retold from Robert Browning. So we're just an old fairy tale, and I used to really like it. And I think he'll like it too if we manage to sit down and read it. I think he'll enjoy that. This next book here is The Story of the World, History for the Classical Child. This is Volume 1, Ancient Times. So this is by Susan Wise Bauer. This is just going to be a bunch of classic stories. It does have some illustrations in it. And I'm not sure if he's going to like it. It seems a little too advanced for him as far as the stories go. So we'll see. Next we got a trilogy. This is a trilogy of horse stories, and this is by Lucy Daniels. It's the Horseshoe Trilogy. It actually does say trilogies. Okay, so we got Keeping Faith, Last Hope, and Sweet Charity. And he loves horses, so maybe this will be something we can sit down. This is more middle grade, but if I'm reading to him, it might work. The next one is a book that I have never read, and this is an illustrated classic edition, and that is The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo, and middle grade, as you can tell, and it's got illustrations on like every other page. So this might be something that we can actually sit down and read together. If not, I'll be able to read it, so looking forward to that. Next one we've got here is Sequoia Cherokee Hero by Joanne Oppenheim. This is more his style of book. It's got illustrations, so that one might work better. We've got California Gold Rush by Catherine E. Chambers, Search for Treasure. And again, illustrated. One of my favorites in this bunch of books is The Amazing Life of Benjamin Franklin. This is a Scholastic. And these illustrations, look at these illustrations. Beautiful. And there's several illustrations in this one. So I think he'll really enjoy that one. And then we've got this set of books. Has to be from some kind of a book club. I'm not sure what book club that would be. But we've got Elizabeth Blackwell, The First Woman Doctor. Captain James Cook, Adventure in Discovery. Paul Revere, Son of Liberty. Jesse Owens, Olympic Hero. Thomas Alva Edison, Young Adventure. Jim Beckingworth, Adventures of a Mountain Man. Marie Curie, Brave Scientist. Chief Joseph, Leader of Destiny. Teddy Roosevelt, Rough Rider. George Washington, Young Leader. Pontiac, Chief of the Ottawas. I think he's going to really like the Indian ones. Rachel Carson, Friend of the Earth. Young Mark Twain. Rosa Parks, Fight for Freedom. Young Frederick Douglass, also Fight for Freedom. So those two were maybe a set, I don't know. And then Harriet Tubman, The Road to Freedom. So if anybody recognizes these books, or the style of this book, or what have you, let me know. They are illustrated. And maybe he'll enjoy these. I don't know, they're a little historical, so I'm not sure if he's gonna like those or not. But anyway, let me know if you recognize those books, so maybe you'll know what club or book club or group or whatever they came from. So I had a couple orders, well actually 3 separate orders from Book Outlet with I just ordered one thing from there. I had a coupon, they were running a special or what have you. So the first one here is Ender's Game Trilogy by Orson Scott Card. It's Ender's Game, Ender's Shadow, and Shadow of the Hedgeman. All 3 in a box set. I got this for like $7, I think. So I'm not going to bother taking them out. Then I got Fallen, number 5. This is by Thomas E. Snagosky. If you watched my series video, you will know that the Fallen series is one of them that I want to start and complete this year. And if you can't tell, it's on Angels. So I'm really looking forward to it. I don't hear much about this series, so I'm hopeful that I will enjoy it. So I'm anxious to get started on this series. And now I have them all. This one is Armageddon, so that's obviously the last one. And the last one from Book Outlet, I was so excited. I kept looking and looking and looking for this. Opposition. This is from the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And I'm ready for this book now. I've read all the other ones, and I was so tempted. This showed up yesterday. I was so tempted to just pick this book up and start reading it, but I don't want to throw off my TBR. So I already started a book. It is for this month, so after I finish The Ninth Girl, I will read this book. I just thought The Ninth Girl was a nice break into in between the YA, because I've been reading a lot of YA this month. So more than I generally read. So looking forward to seeing how the author wraps this series up, because I have absolutely loved it. As you all know by now, if you've been watching my channel, you know I love the series. Alright, then next we went to Walmart, and we were just browsing the book section and found Frostfire by Amanda Hocking. Amanda Hocking wrote the Trill trilogy, and this one says, From the World of the Trill, the Canaan Chronicles. So I don't know if this is a spin-off of the Trill trilogy, which I have not yet read. My husband read it and enjoyed it. And that's the reason why we picked this up, because he thought this would be an interesting one to read. So, yeah. And on the back, it shows 2 more coming, Ice Kicked and Crystal Kingdom. Right there. So, yeah. Looking forward to getting to the Trill trilogy first, obviously. And then for Valentine's Day, my husband picked me up 2 books. We went to Target, and if you've been to Target, well, our Target anyway in Texas has the biggest book selection ever. Walmart doesn't have anything on Target when it comes to books. So we went there, and I got 2 books. The Scorched Trials by James Dashner. I absolutely loved The Maze Runner. I watched the movie first, and that made me want to read the book, and the book was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to getting into The Scorched Trial. This, again, is another series I want to finish for this year. And Cress by Marissa Meyer. This book I saw first in hardback. We went to Barnes & Noble at Christmas. They didn't have it in softback, so I didn't pick it up. My other 2 books are softback. Found it at Target in softback. Made me just so happy. So now, yay! Scarlet I have scheduled to read in March, and this one in April, and I will finish these 3, and hopefully in time for winter. I'm not sure when winter is coming out, so yes! And then I was waiting for several review books to show up. The first one is Wildflower by Janine Carbone. She approached me through Goodreads and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing her book, and I told her sure. So it's not a big book, and I mean the font's not very small either. So this is a one-sitting read, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to getting into that one. And then this one comes from Book with Bloggers through HarperCollins, and this is Breaker's Reef. This is the first book in the Cape Refuge series, and this is a mystery thriller, so I was really excited to get a hold of this because, you know me, I love mystery, so looking forward to that one. And then this one is Deadly Echoes from Bethany House. And how that works is they send you an email and you agree to read the book or you don't. So this one came and I agreed because it sounded good. But then when the book comes, it says Finding Sanctuary #2. So that's disappointing. I still will read the book because I need to review it. And hopefully it won't be too confusing. And I'll be able to understand it and all that jazz. So this one's by Nancy Mell. It sounded good, and now it's a book too. Then I went to my local new thrift store. It's Thrift Giant, it's called. It's in Denton. And I found The Series of Unfortunate Events of the Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket. And I was like, yes, because I got this book for like, oh, what is this? Oh, well, that's cool. This was inside of the book. That's awesome. Count Olaf. Yeah, awesome. It was inside the book. I didn't notice that. Anyway, this one I got for $1.49, and they wrote it on this spine right here. And I thought, oh, that'll come off. So I got a damp cloth, and it didn't take it off. It just started taking off the binding here. That was upsetting. But this is the 4th book now I have in this series. Unfortunately, the last 3 are the last books. So I need to catch up on these. So, yeah, I was glad to find that one for so cheap. Because at our used bookstore, it's half price. They're like $6.50. And then we often go to Dollar General just to pick up those few things we need around the house, like toothpaste and dish soap and that kind of stuff. And they got brand new books in, so I decided to look at them. And they had these for $1. So this one is One Scream Away by Kate Brady, and this is a mystery thriller. And then I got Siren by John Everson. If you know anything about sirens, they're evil. So this is going to be like a horror. This guy spends his time walking on the beach, and then he hears the song and sees the mermaid, and he keeps going, and then things happen, and I think they grab him up or something. I'm not for sure, but yeah. So I thought they both looked interesting. They should be pretty good reads. They shouldn't be too difficult to read either. So hopefully those are a couple of good books. This one is called Daddy's Girl by Lisa Scatterline. This was at it's called Books and More. It's a brand new shop that it's not brand new, but it's new to me. I just found it. And they had a ton of books in there. And it's half price. It works the same way as the other one works. And I like Lisa Scatterline's writing, so I decided to pick this one up. It is a mystery thriller type book. So yeah, that one should be pretty good. And then this last batch of books is from our used bookstore in Denton, the half-price bookstore that I love to go to. And I went a few separate times, or a couple separate times, and picked these books up. So on the first visit, so the first one we got is a classic. It is Watership Down by Richard Adams. It was on the sales rack. So I've been hearing a lot about this book actually on BookTube. So I figured, hey, look, they've got it. Let's pick it up. It does have a little bit of damage, like the inside cover right here is coming away from the binding. So a little glue would fix that up. So there's that one. We have been collecting The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel, and this is book number 4. I love this series so much. I read my sister-in-law's book. She had all of them, and that's where I read them at. So yeah, it's a very good series. And then we got Ascend, and I didn't realize that this book is from the Trill Trilogy. I thought it was... I've not read that trilogy yet. So this is by Amanda Hocking. This is Ascend. It was only $2, so it wasn't a huge disappointment. But when I finally realized that it was from the Trill Trilogy, yeah. These covers, though, I really like these covers. And then inside you can see the other covers of that series. So, yeah, that was a little disappointing. I picked up a book, Not Fade Away. It's by Lawrence Shames and Peter Barton. A Short Life Well Lived. So this is a nonfiction. This man has a great life, and then he gets struck down with cancer, and this is his story. So I thought this would be a good one to read. I picked up Relentless by Dean Koontz. I had to rush in here and see if I had it on my shelves, and I don't, so thank goodness for that. This is such a nice bound book, and I got it for like $2. Yeah, $2. I thought, wow, that's a good price. So I picked that one up. Finally, the last book I needed for the Harry Potter series, book number 3. This was not on sale, however. It was $10. I think it was $10. Yeah. So I'm done collecting the Harry Potter books in hardback. So now, when I want to do a reread, I will have them all, and I can do it. Then the last visit we had there, I picked up Blaze. This is Stephen King writing as Richard Bachman. I found Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson, which that was surprising to find that one there. I picked up Deadfall by Robert Luparullo. He is a Christian fiction writer, and this book just sounds good. It looks fantasy if you look at the front cover. So I'm really looking forward to reading that one. And then the big charm, the best find for that day was this first edition of The Dark Tower. This is The Dark Tower, the last book. This is up from the Dark Tower series, and it was $2. They had this on the sales rack, and this is the one that includes all of the illustrations. Let me find you an illustration. Beautiful. Now this book would be hard to handle holding to read. But other than a little bit of smoke, cigarette smoke smell to the book, it's beautiful. It's just, it's still in such great shape. So hopefully, you know, it'll air out some. But that was my best find. I was happy to find it. Yes, I do have this in softback, but I would like to have this series all in hardback. So keeping my fingers crossed that I can keep finding them on the sales rack. We'll see. But $2 for that, guys. And this book is like a $30 book. $35 for this book. So I got it for $2. That, my friends, is the book haul for today, for this month. There won't be another one this month. If you've read any of these books, or if you're interested in any of these books, let me know in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Thanks, guys, for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.